As some of you may know, VEX recently made the 1.625, 2, 3, and 4-inch flex wheels legal for use in VEX VRC. These were previously only legal in FTC and FRC. They were VEXpro products, but as of a couple days ago, they were made legal for use in VRC. Pretty much as soon as they were made available, I ordered some, and I've seen some confusion as to what these really are and how they actually work, so I just wanted to go over basically what you're getting if you're ordering these flex wheels. First, size-wise, just to compare them to some other well-known parts, here's one of your normal 4-inch wheels, and of course the 4-inch wheel is the same size as this 4-inch wheel. They're just wheels. Here's one of those 2.75-inch wheels, and of course it's a little bigger than the 2-inch wheel here. Additionally, I will say the 1.625-inch wheels are really, really small. Like, that's it in my hand. I do not see these being used for very much, except for some very small rollers. Like, I think instead of ordering these, if you just have those intake rollers, these things, these are about the same size as those. So that's the 1.625s. The 2-inch wheels are probably going to be the most useful. I see these being used on intakes as front rollers here, and potentially on like trapdoors or some sort of method to kick a change-up ball out the back of the robot. These could be rollers at the back of the robot. I ordered 8 of these. I foresee these 2-inch wheels in particular being very, very useful this season. The 3 and 4-inch wheels, these are the ones that actually start to get interesting because these need the Versahub adapters, I think these are. They feel not like normal VEX parts. Like, they feel like, I'm not sure how to describe it other than like a resin of some kind. I'm not sure, but they definitely don't feel like you'd expect, but they work, and I haven't had one break. Basically, these just go on the wheel like that. Holes line up, and these right here go in the gaps in the wheels, like that. Just like that. Now, when I first got these out of the box, they were like really, really flexible, and I liked that about these. But then I go to put the Versahub in, and it takes out all of the flex. There's hardly any area there for it to flex on. So, like, I could see this being useful on a tower takeover intake last season, as one of the intake rollers. But for this season, where we need large amounts of compression on the balls and intakes and stuff, I don't see these being very useful. Unless you could find a way to not use the Versahub. Just try to put something else together inside here. But if you're using the Versahub, I do not expect to see this used very much this season. Now the 4-inch wheel, which is the really interesting one, has to use a Versahub, but then it has enough room after it to actually flex good. These are definitely not nearly as compression-y as rubber band rollers or anything like that. So I don't expect to see this used on the bottom level intakes, like the bottom level rollers in one of this year's robots. But this could potentially be used on like a flywheel or like the very top roller. How these things work, the adapters, these seem to be made out of the same material as these, but they're much bigger and they're much heavier. They pop right into here. And on these ones, they go right into the center there. And when I first got these, I had to ask people, because I was like, oh no, did I order the wrong adapters? Because that looks like a really small hole, and that looks like a really big X. But no, it's just a really tight fit in there. So like you have to pull this apart and squeeze it in. Like it takes a lot of doing to squeeze these in. And I've been told that that's because they don't want the wheel to be able to roll over the hex in there, to be able to roll over the hex shaft. Seems a little bit overkill to me, but I guess, sure. One thing I will say, there are options for both half-inch and, no, sorry. There are options for both quarter-inch and eighth-inch length adapters. I'd say for the big ones, you definitely want the full quarter-inch, but on the small ones, you could probably go with the eighth-inch, because these poke out a little bit on here. I ordered all quarter-inch, because I thought it would work fine, but probably if you're sticking with the 2-inch wheels, definitely order at least some of the 1/8 inch adapters. And then from there, you can take just a normal VEX high strength shaft. You can just put that. Oh, and yes, that's one thing. You're going to need to be very careful here, because this can fit 6 ways into the hex, but only 4 ways onto the onto the shaft. So you need to make sure you line that up correctly when this goes in here. Did I do it correctly on the other one? Yeah, I'll just use the other one that I did it correctly on. Yeah, so that just goes in there. Additionally, you can use these adapters here. One sec. You can use these adapters here. Just pop that in there. Pop that in there. And then these can roll just fine on one of these. So yeah, just to go over this again, these definitely compress a lot. These are the 30A wheels, and I would recommend the 30A wheels. The other wheels probably won't flex enough for real use in VRC. But yeah, so very flexy. The 3-inch wheels probably don't have enough room to be good this year. The 4-inch wheels are definitely expensive, but can be good if you use them correctly. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to say. The way that these hubs work, I think you're supposed to put a 1-inch standoff through these holes here. So let me get a standoff. I think you're supposed to put like a standoff like this through the holes here, so that you can put a screw through there and screw these on. Something like that. But like you'd actually have to push it all the way through. However, from me just messing around with these wheels, if you have both sides of this in and both adapters on, and you have it on a shaft with shaft collars on both sides, you honestly don't need it. These can just sit here, and they're kind of tight on there already because they go into that rubber there. So you could put the standoffs and stuff in there, but this itself already holds itself on enough. I don't think that's really necessary. Oh yeah, and then I was also going to show this against my robot here. Let's move the camera up. Wait, wrong dial. Okay, so just this against the front of the robot here. This is the 4-inch wheel. Go like there. Here's the 2-inch wheels, which I plan on using on the front of my intakes. These can just be like here. Here's a 3-inch, which I think the only potential use for a 3-inch wheel this year is on the back of a pair of intakes, like the very back of the intakes. But even that, I really don't think there's enough flex in these. So your best bet is to just get the 2 and 4-inch wheels. Just because the has hardly any room to flex, and the 1.625 are really too tiny to do anything useful with. But other than that, I think these are great products, and I'm glad they were made legal for use in VRC this year. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask in either the comments below or on the VEX forum post where I'm posting this video. Have a great season. Bye.